Salary and cost of living. In China, teachers can expect to earn about twice as much as in Vietnam. This is based on my experience as a non-native teacher working in public schools and kindergartens in both countries. While China's cost of living is higher, the real difference is in housing costs. For example, I paid $500 for a room in China, while in Vietnam I got a studio for $250. Work culture and expectations. Work culture also differs. In China, teachers usually work 5 days a week in one school with fixed hours. Vietnam often has 6-day work weeks, especially in language centers. And when it comes to teaching in public schools, teachers may need to travel between schools. In terms of dress code, China is a bit more relaxed, but Vietnam expects teachers to wear more formal clothes, like a shirt. Visa and work permit process. Vietnam makes it easier and cheaper to get a teaching visa. There's also flexibility if you don't have all of the required documents. Plus, non-native speakers can get teaching positions in Vietnam, whereas in China, usually it's not legal to work for non-native teachers. In contrast, China's Z visa process is more strict, time-consuming and costly, with many more limitations for non-native speakers. Student engagement and classroom behavior. I mainly taught kindergarten in both countries, and honestly, kids are kids. Students in both places are curious about foreigners and often want to take photos and interact with you. In that way, they're very similar. Vietnam might feel a bit more connected to the Western world since services like Facebook and YouTube are available, but overall student behavior doesn't differ much. Teaching resources and support. In China, resources are usually more advanced due to the country's higher level of development and funding. You're more likely to find smart TVs or TVs with touchscreen and structured learning systems in Chinese classrooms. Vietnam, while supportive, often lacks this level of tech, though it's doing its best to keep up with available resources. Cultural adaptation and lifestyle. Vietnam is a bit easier for Westerners to adjust to thanks to the availability of Google, Facebook, and YouTube, along with more English speakers. In China, you'll find fewer Western services and more restrictions online, but it's incredibly tech advanced, especially in big cities. Both countries have great food, but for those who enjoy long walks, China offers more parks, while in Vietnam, motorbikes are the primary way to get around. Vietnam also tends to be more cash-friendly than China, where digital payments dominate. Socially, Vietnamese people are often more open, making it easier to form connections. Job market demand for English teachers. Vietnam currently has a strong demand for English teachers. The government is actively promoting English learning with national programs in place to improve language proficiency. In China, demand has declined since COVID, with stricter regulations on teaching, especially in kindergartens where English education is technically illegal. As a result, Vietnam offers more job opportunities in English teaching. Career advancement opportunities. Neither country offers many options for career advancement in regular teaching positions. The best way to move up is to find a job in an international school where roles like head teacher may be possible. In general, though, teaching here is more of a stable job rather than one with significant upward mobility. Healthcare and social benefits. Both China and Vietnam offer decent healthcare options. I've had good experience in both, including dental and stomach treatments. Vietnam's healthcare is a bit cheaper and medicine is easier to access without a prescription. In China, regulations around medicine are stricter and it's harder to buy certain medication without a doctor's prescription.